Hey y'all, welcome back to Movement Link. So this video can either be for coaches out there, that's kind of the primary purpose of it, but it might be for members out there just looking for a little more insight to how we coach here at the gym. So for every single class that I coach and every personal training session, I put together a class plan. Part of my class plan is this thing that I call teach and practice. So what I'm trying to do as a coach is I'm not trying to coach every single aspect of a lift and every single exercise that we're doing that day. If it's a beginner class, then yeah, we might take a little more of that strategy. But most of the classes that we're teaching have a mixture of beginners and advanced athletes. And if I tell a mixture of beginner and advanced athletes, hey, we're gonna do a snatch, let's grab the PVC pipe. And we go over every individual position in the snatch, and we teach the snatch 101. What's going to happen is the beginners are going to be overloaded with way too much information, and the advanced people are going to be sitting there looking up in the air, bored to death. It's like, yeah, I've been snatching for 10 years. I don't need a PVC pipe snatch 101. Let me start snatching and give me tips along the way. So here's our solution for this. Is we do what's called teach and practice. So we try and find a common theme throughout the workout that we can then use to teach beginners and progress them along, and to teach advanced athletes and progress them along too. We want this to be very short to teach, and we want it to tie in to as many things that we're doing that day. So here's just an example. Maybe in the class, we're snatching. We'll just say 8x3 just for whatever, doesn't matter. Then maybe we're doing a workout that's box jumps. Maybe the workout is toes to bar, and we're gonna throw in some thrusters. Who knows? Doesn't matter. 21, 15, 9 reps for time, because that's the first thing that came to mind. Doesn't matter. If this is the workout, then what I want to do as a coach is I want to find something that can progress people's snatches, but also something that I can frame progressing as much and giving focus to this workout as I can. So a few examples, just off the top of my head here, is the snatch. What we're looking for is that triple extension moment. At that triple extension moment, your butt cheeks are squeezed. So maybe my teach and practice today is going to be butt cheeks. What I would do is a general warm-up. Then I do more of a specific warm-up. Maybe as the end of the general warm-up, I'll do some jump and land as we work on jumping position, landing in a squatty position, but really focusing on making sure that you squeeze your butt cheeks and get that full extension of the hip before we snap back into the squat. That clearly has application to the snatch, because now when we go to the specific warm-up, I can help people maybe with slow motion, get to the butt cheek squeezed, and then we can work on that full extension as we snatch. So I can still get them focused on their one specific teach and practice that took 2 seconds to explain, a lot of time to practice. It gives them a specific focus on the snatch. If you're elite, and your butt cheeks aren't squeezed at the top, we have something very specific that you can work on, but I didn't bore you to death as I told you about it. If you've already got that, then you go work on whatever you're gonna work on. I'm still gonna help you, but I only took 30 seconds to explain it, didn't bore you to death, moving on, now you're training. The other cool thing, box jumps. We can jump and not open that hip up all the way, but if we're really training that jump and land, butt cheek should be flexed. The toe to bar, as I extend this way and have that global extension position, my butt cheeks need to be flexed before I snap back this way. Thrusters, as I come up, butt cheeks need to be flexed at the end of the drive and through the press overhead. So I have a theme that I can run through, and this is something where I can teach it in warm-up, give people time to practice, give them progressions to practice with the exercises. They can focus on it when they're doing their snatches. If they don't know what else to focus on, I can still coach them in every other way. And then it gives us something where, hey, in your warm-up, here's what we're focusing on. In the middle of the workout, when you're tired, are your butt cheeks squeezed? Are your butt cheeks squeezed? Are your butt cheeks squeezed? I can hammer this. If people get really good at squeezing their butt cheeks, and then they get really good at something else another day, we can really, really build on this stuff. Something else, what else could we do here? We could say shoulder position, okay? And we could pick one, either externally rotated, that overhead position, or we could look at that internally rotated shoulder position. We could choose either one because both have applications here. Snatch has both that internal rotation as we jump the bar up and pull under, and it has the external rotation as I press through. Box jumps have internal rotation as I am using the same jumping pattern. This is something we talk about in Movement Link a lot. Everything is posture, squat, push-up, jump, and we make the snatch and we make the box jump. We make everything out of those exercises. The toes to bar is that externally rotated position throughout, and the thruster is going to be, here's my push-up, here's my front rack, here's my overhead. It's going to be that external rotation. So I could pick either internal or external rotation of the shoulder, and I can hammer that. Maybe it's the internal rotation. I'm wanting people to rotate the right way. This can get them setting up correctly for the snatch. It can get them keeping their elbows higher than the bar when they're pulling under, and it can keep them doing it without shrugging their shoulders forward and overusing the traps and putting a lot of pressure on the front delts and the front part of the shoulder there. And it can make sure that we're winding up and using the arms on the box jumps. That external rotation can make sure we're actually receiving in a position, but it's making also sure that we're putting our shoulder in the exact same position on all of these exercises. So the overhead shoulder position is not different. Grip might be a little different, but it's not different for the snatch, toe to bar, or thruster. It's the exact same thing. So we can get these themes going through class. And again, general warm-up. If I'm going to do shoulder internal rotation, I take 30 seconds to explain it. I practice it. Then we grab the barbell, tell them about it. Now they can practice it as they're doing snatch, bring them over to this part. Box jumps, tell them about it. It's external rotation, exact same thing. So this teach and practice is not teach the full snatch, teach the full box jump. We want to demo these exercises for the people who get confused with the terminology. But the teach and practice is let's find a foundational core theme that's perfect for the day, and let's show people how to practice it, how to apply it, how to apply it, how to apply it. It should push beginners forward. It should also challenge and push advanced athletes forward. And if they already squeeze their butt on every single thing they do, great. It's 30 seconds you had to listen to me. Go do your thing. I'll fix something else on you. So this teach and practice, man, planning it out adds just an entirely different level to your coaching. And I hope you're taking the time of looking at the class and looking how can we move each person in a profound way every single day that is just beyond coming in, and we're going to get better at snatches, we're going to get better at these things. If we tie in one of these extra themes every single day, it builds and builds and builds and builds, and before you know it, you've got this gym full of people who have incredible technique and understanding on what the heck we're doing here. Hope that helps. Talk to y'all soon.